Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for another episode of Daily Flow. I am grateful as always that you have chosen to share this time with me. We're going to go ahead and start, as we often do, with a little bit of breathing. But we're going to change things up again. So the last couple classes we've done more formalized breathing techniques from traditional yogic pranayama exercises. And today we're just going to do a little bit of breath work, a little bit of breath exploration. So I would ask you or invite you to start in a comfortable seat, any comfortable seated posture of your choice. And once you're comfortable and your spine is vertical, I would invite you to go ahead and close your eyes as well. And now with your eyes closed, turn your attention to the sound of your breath. With your eyes closed and your attention completely focused on the sound of your own breath, let the sound of your breath wash over you like the sound of waves on the beach. Let your mind be completely focused on the sound of your breath and completely unconcerned with anything else. And we'll sit here now for several more breaths with eyes closed. Each inhale, just a little bit more aware of the sound and the feeling of the breath. And each exhale, just a little bit more relaxed. So with eyes closed, we're inhaling awareness. And we're exhaling tension to feel more relaxed. Inhale, I am aware. Exhale, I am relaxed. Aware, relaxed, aware, relaxed. And we'll carry on breathing just like that for 4 more breaths. Each inhale, aware. Each exhale, relaxed. With your 4th exhale, roll nice and slowly back down onto your back. And we'll start the rest of our asana practice from Shavasana, lying flat on our backs. So even as we start to move through our asana practice today, we'll hold on to that breath awareness. Nice and slow now, we'll start to bend the right knee. We'll turn the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. We'll also use the right hand on the outside edge of the right foot. So we'll take half happy baby pose. We'll pull down on that right foot, pushing the right knee towards the outside of the right side of the rib cage. And we'll rock a little bit from side to side, rolling. And then we'll start to bend the left knee as well, but we'll leave the left shin parallel to the front of the mat. We'll pull down one more time on that right knee, and then nice and slow we'll release. And we'll cross the right foot in front of the left knee. We'll use left hand on right knee. We'll turn that right knee towards the left side, and we'll extend the right arm out to the right side. And we'll take a spinal twist. And we'll hold this spinal twist for 2 more breaths. And on the second exhale now, we'll let the hips roll back down to the mat. We'll leave right heel crossed over left knee. We'll send both hands under right shin and pull both knees, and especially the right heel and the right shin, up towards the chest for thread the needle. You can rock a little bit forward and back if you'd like. And you can also rock a little bit side to side. And then we'll just pull that right heel up towards the chest just a little bit more. Then finally we'll extend the left leg straight up towards the ceiling. And we'll use the right hand anywhere you'd like, from the back of the left knee all the way up the shin or the heel, even the left big toe. It's the right hand on that left leg. And we'll release the left arm out to the left side. We'll squeeze the core. And nice and slow, we'll roll over to where the right knee touches the mat. The right heel will be flexed. The right sole now turned up towards the ceiling. And we'll let that left heel slide down and touch the floor too. So we'll have a little bit of a spinal twist, a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Going the other way now. And then as we exhale, we'll release. Right hand from left heel. We'll swing left foot towards the front of the mat. We'll leave that right knee bent. Use both hands to pull right knee up towards the chest. You can lift the head and touch the nose to the right knee if you'd like. Supta Pwavan Muktasana. Again, you can rock side to side or forward and back if you'd like. And on an inhale, we'll stretch everything back out, flat on the mat. We'll come back to Shavasana. And we'll check in with the breath. Inhale, awareness. Exhale, relax. Awareness. Relax. Nice and slow now. We'll bend the left knee and we'll turn the sole of the left foot up towards the ceiling. We'll use the outside edge, the left hand on the outside edge of the left foot, and we'll pull that left knee down to the outside of the rib cage. You can rock a little bit if you'd like. Start to feel the hamstring. We'll start to feel the left glute, maybe the piriformis. And as you exhale now, we're going to bend the right knee first, and then we'll swing the left foot in front of the right knee. We'll use right hand on left knee. We'll turn that left knee towards the right side, and we'll extend left arm and gaze left for a spinal twist. And we'll take 2 more breaths here. As you exhale now, we leave the left heel crossed up on the right knee. We'll lift those crossed legs. We'll send both hands under left shin for thread the needle, and we'll pull the legs crossed up towards the chest, especially the left heel, the left shin pushing towards the chest. You can rock forward and back or side to side. And then finally, we're going to extend now the right leg up towards the ceiling. We'll use the left hand anywhere you'd like, from the knee, the shin, the heel, or the big toe. We'll extend the right arm out to the right side. We'll squeeze the core, and we'll roll nice and slow everything over towards the left side. Eventually, the left knee coming down towards the floor. We'll flex that left foot. The left sole of the foot turns up towards the ceiling. We'll let that right leg slide down. Hamstring stretch. And a spinal twist going the other way. And as you exhale, we'll release. We'll uncross the legs. We'll keep left knee bent. And we'll pull left knee up towards the chest. You can lift the head if you'd like. Again, we can rock side to side, forward, back. Supta Pwavan Muktasana. And then we exhale as we release. Shavasana. We'll come back to the breath awareness. Inhale, awareness. Exhale, relax. Inhale, focus. Exhale, release tension. Squeeze the legs together now. Point the toes towards the front of the room. Squeeze the legs towards each other. Palms facing down towards the mat, but we'll lift the hands and the arms as well, just a couple centimeters in the hands and the arms as we lift the legs straight up towards the ceiling for a waterfall pose first. Then we'll extend the arms back beyond the head. And we'll roll the hips up off the mat as well. This is not a posture which is recommended if you have glaucoma. It's debatable whether or not this posture is good if you're pregnant. There's not a ton of good science around it. And there's very little science that says this posture might be unsafe if you have your period, but traditional yogis will tell you that. I would encourage everyone who doesn't have medical contraindications to explore whether or not this posture feels good for them individually. We'll take one more inhale here, and as we exhale now, we'll start to bend the knees. And we'll roll nice and slow. The spine comes down to the mat, and we're going to roll right up onto the seat. We'll keep the feet off the mat. And then again, we're going to roll back to the shoulders. And we'll come back up to the seat. One more time, back to the shoulders. And this time when we go up to the seat, we're going to go all the way up onto the feet without the hands touching the mat. And we'll come right up into Padahastasana, or standing forward fold. We'll use the hands on the toes. We'll lift the spine halfway. You can take a bend in the knees if you'd like. And as you exhale, we'll pull on the toes, turn the elbows away from each other, release the neck, let the head hang. And then nice and slow, we'll release that tension on the toes. We'll start to straighten the legs. We'll lift the back again. Bring the spine parallel to the floor if you can. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll bend both knees. We'll use just the fingertips on the mat. We'll center the left foot, and we'll start to let the right foot slide up first. Then we'll bend the right knee. We'll also open the hips, so we'll turn the inner right knee up towards the ceiling. We'll point the right toes down to the left edge of the mat. We'll lift that right knee. If you feel comfortable, you can use the left hand to pull the right toes down. And we'll start to twist a little bit more here. And we'll take a big inhale as we lift that inner right knee. Then on the exhale, we'll start to bend the left knee, and we'll extend the right leg straight back to the end of the mat. We'll anchor right palm first and then left palm. So we'll have a low lunge here. We'll take a few breaths in a low lunge. You can close your eyes here as you feel the crown of your head pushing towards the front of the room. And as you exhale, we'll drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. We'll extend left arm up as the left foot slides back. The right and the left foot now slide off the right edge of the mat. We'll open the chest, point the heart up towards the ceiling. We'll take a big inhale here in the gate pose. And as you exhale, we'll send the left arm back to the left thigh. We'll pull that left leg forward, left knee straight. Inhale, lift the back halfway. The right femur stays parallel to the floor as we roll down into a half straddle, a nice stretch in the left hamstring. To come out of this posture now, nice and slow, we'll start to slide the left heel back. We'll bend the left knee, push the left knee forward as you tuck the ball of the right foot onto the mat. We'll straighten the right leg, and we'll come right back to a low lunge. We'll take a few breaths here in a low lunge. We'll make the arms strong. We'll push the palms down. We'll squeeze the core. So we'll make this in a little bit more engaged low lunge here, pushing the shoulder blades away from each other, and then driving tension all the way down through the palms. Take an inhale. Then as you exhale, we'll float. We'll push into the fingertips first, the arms straight, lift the back of the head and the shoulder blades now as we turn this into a floating low lunge. We'll take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll extend the arms back. The arms now parallel to the floor. We'll also bring the shoulder blades together. We'll open the chest and send the gaze forward. Big inhale. Exhale, we'll release both hands as the right heel spins down and back. The right arm runs a little faster than the left, and we'll open all the way into Warrior Two. Turn your gaze towards the front of the room and close your eyes. We'll take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll turn the left palm up towards the ceiling. On the inhale now, we'll lean back into Reverse Warrior. We'll slide the back of the right hand under the right thigh, and we'll use that right hand to pull the chest back. Take a big inhale, push your heart up. And as you exhale, extend both arms. Back of the left hand now, pushing into the inside of the left knee as the left arm slides down. Left hand all the way down to the mat for a supported side angle. No, sunken side angle, sorry. And on your exhale, we'll let the extended right arm spin down and back as we bend the right knee. Right hand comes down to the mat. We'll walk the left foot a little bit more out to the left side. Push up onto the tips of the fingers. Sink the hips. Lift the head. Hips pushing down and forward. Neck neutral, head lifting. Exhale, we'll drop the palms back down to the mat. And we'll let this left leg slide up towards the ceiling for a three-legged dog first. Knee straight, ankle flex, hips remain parallel to the floor. Inhale, we'll lift that left leg. And as you exhale, now we'll push straight into a plank, a straight line from the heels to the head. Inhale here. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. On your second exhale, we'll lift the hips, we'll step onto the balls of the feet, and we'll bring the forearms and the elbows down to the mat, and we'll spend a few breaths in a dolphin pose. On your inhale now, we'll straighten the arms, we'll come right back to a plank. Big inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga. And on the inhale now, drop the knees, the chest, and the chin. A gentle tug up on the hips. Exhale, let the knees slide as the hips come down. On the inhale, we'll roll up nice and slow into cobra. And as you exhale, extend your arms, bend your knees, hook the balls of the feet on the mat, and we'll roll up into Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward dog. And we'll have a few breaths here in a downward dog. As you inhale now, we'll take a bend in the knees. We'll bring the gaze forward. And on an exhale, it's up to you if you'd like to hop or walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the back halfway, roll the toes up off the mat. And as you exhale, you can bend the knees if you'd like. We'll use the fingers on the toes. We'll pull the head down towards the mat. You can have the knees straight or bent in Padahastasana. And on the inhale, we're going to release. We'll set the spine parallel to the floor again. And as you exhale, the hands, the fingertips come down to the mat. We're going to anchor and center the right foot now. And as you exhale, we're going to lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Knee straight, ankle flex. And then we'll take a little bit of an extra bend in the right knee to accommodate an opening in the hips as we lift the inner left knee up towards the ceiling. You point the left toes down to the right edge of the mat. And if you'd like, you can pull with the right hand on the left toes. So we're lifting the inner left knee and pulling down on the left toes. Inhale here, lift that knee a little bit more. And as you exhale, extra bend in the right knee. Inhale, extend left leg back. And we'll come right back to our low lunge. Again, spine is long and straight. The crown of the head pushing forward. And as you exhale, left knee, top of left foot drops. At the same time on the inhale, we'll extend right arm up and we'll slide right foot back. Then we'll slide both feet off the left edge of the mat. As we open the chest, we'll come into a gate pose here. Pushing the heart up. And as you exhale, right hand comes down to right thigh. We'll extend the right leg forward now. Left femur stays vertical, pushing the tips of the fingers, half straddle Ardha Hanumanasana. Lift the back of the head and the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, we'll fold down into that right hamstring stretch. And to come out now, we'll let the right heel slide back. We'll bend the right knee, anchor the sole of the right foot. Inhale, extend left leg back. So we come back to a low lunge. And again, we're going to make that an engaged low lunge, working a little bit as we push the palms down. We'll straighten the arms. We'll squeeze the back. The neck stays neutral, the crown of the head forward. But we're really working, anchoring those palms. Big inhale here. Exhale. Now we'll float. Fingertips first touching, lifting the back of the head and the shoulder blades. And then the fingertips come up off the mat. Big inhale. Exhale. We'll sweep the arms back, parallel to the floor. Bring the shoulder blades together. Open the chest. Send the gaze forward. Inhale here. Exhale, release the arms. Left arm runs a little bit faster, a little bit further than right as we open into a warrior two. Turn your gaze to the front of the room and we'll have a few breaths here. As you exhale now, turn the right palm towards the ceiling. Inhale, we'll sweep back into a reverse warrior. The back of the left hand pulling on the inside of that left thigh, sending the chest up and back. And as we exhale, we'll extend both arms again. We'll drop the outside of the right hand to the inside of the right knee. And we'll squeeze that arm into the knee as we slide the right hand all the way down to the mat for a sunken side angle. And then we'll spin the extended left arm back as we drop the left knee to the mat. We'll walk the right foot a little bit more to the right side, hips sinking down and pushing forward. You can push on the tips of the fingers if you'd like. Lift the head. And as you exhale, the palms come back down to the mat. Inhale, tuck the ball of the left foot, straighten left leg. Exhale, let that right leg slide up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the right heel, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank. Inhaling plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And as you exhale, we'll bend the elbows, we'll flip to the balls of the feet, we'll lift the hips, and we'll come up to our dolphin. Inhale now, we'll lift the back of the head, we'll straighten the arms, plank, chaturanga. Ashtangasana, lift the hips. Exhale, let the knees slide, hips come down. Inhale, cobra. And as we exhale, we'll straighten the arms. Hook the balls of the feet on the mat. And we'll roll all the way back to downward dog. We'll have a few breaths here in a downward dog. Relax the neck, let the head hang. As you inhale, we'll take a bend in the knees. And it's up to you if you'd like to hop or walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, tips of the toes, lift the heels. Exhale now, pull the hands down to the heart as you release the heels to the mat. One big breath, hands at the heart, heels on the mat. On the next inhale, we'll extend the arms, we'll lift the hands, open the seat, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step right foot back to the end of the mat. And as you exhale, we'll push hard and slow up into crescent lunge. We'll have 3 breaths in crescent lunge. Take one more big inhale, we'll extend upward. And as we exhale, we'll go very slow. Hands come down to the mat. Left leg up towards the ceiling. 3 breaths here in a 3-legged dog. And on the 3rd inhale, now we'll push forward into plank. 3 breaths in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. 3 breaths in chaturanga. Inhale, we'll push up to upward dog. 3 breaths in upward dog. Exhale, we'll roll back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths now. Come back to that breath awareness. Each inhale, aware. Each exhale, relaxed. On your inhale now, we'll lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. We'll take 3 breaths in a 3-legged dog. Inhale, awareness. Exhale, relax. Anything you can. One more big inhale, we'll lift awareness. Exhale, we'll bring that right foot nice and slow forward. And we'll push really slow on that same exhale all the way up to a crescent lunge. 3 breaths here. Close your eyes. With your eyes closed, the balance is a little bit more work. And when you do those little wobbles to correct the balance, you start to get a little bit of core work as well. We'll take one more big inhale. This should be the 3rd inhale as we extend up. Exhale, nice and slow. Hands down to the mat. Inhale, push the crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, we'll drag the back foot, 2 feet together. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll come all the way up, right onto the tips of the toes. We'll lift the heels, hold the heels high, hold the breath. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Release the heels to the mat, and we'll go through that same slow sun salutation on the other side. Inhale, extend the arms, lift the hands, open. Exhale, slow forward fold. Inhale, step the left foot back to the end of the mat. And as you exhale, slow and strong, push up into your crescent lunge. Lift your hands, straighten your back leg. Right shin should be vertical. Close your eyes. Let the balance work. 3 breaths here. Inhale, extend the arms up. And as you exhale, very slow, let the hands come down to that. Let the right leg slide. A lot of people think that moving fast in a yoga class is what makes classes more intense. In my experience, long holds is a much better way to increase intensity. Nice and slow now, we'll push forward to a plank. Close your eyes here, no reason to look at your mat. 3 breaths in plank. Third exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. This is where it gets intense. Let yourself shake a little bit here. 3 breaths. Close your eyes. Breath awareness. Aware of the body on the inhale. Releasing anything you can as you exhale. On the 3rd inhale, now we'll push up into an upward dog for 3 breaths in an upward dog. Tops of the feet on the mat, the knees straight, hips and knees off the mat. Release the glutes, push the shoulder blades into the back and then push them away from each other. Inhale here. Should be the third. Exhale now. We'll roll up to downward dog. 3 breaths in a downward dog. Close your eyes, release your neck, let your head hang. Anchor your palms, push the heels down and back, although they never quite reach the mat. On your third inhale, we'll lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Knees straight, ankle flex. 3 breaths here. And on your third exhale, we'll bring that left foot forward between the hands. And right away, we'll let the fingers slide slow and sure up into our crescent lunge on the other side. Again, we'll close the eyes. Again, we'll straighten the back leg, front shin vertical. We'll squeeze the legs towards each other like a frustrated pair of scissors. And with the eyes closed, the balance working is fine. 3 breaths. And on the third exhale, hands come down to the mat. Push the crown of the head forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, slow. Drag the back foot as 2 feet come together. Standing forward, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Let the fingers slide. We'll drop the seat as we lift the toes off the mat. Utkatasana, chair pose, hips low, head high. Roll your toes off the mat. And as you exhale now, the hands come down to the mat. And you can step or hop back to a downward dog. And we'll take a few breaths in a downward dog. And we'll come right back to that breath awareness. Inhale, awareness. Exhale, any stress. On your next inhale now, we'll lift the heels, we'll roll head, chest, and shoulders forward into a plank. And then as you exhale, we'll roll right back up to downward dog. In downward dog, we'll center the 2 feet at the back of the mat. And we'll inhale as we lift the left leg up towards the ceiling for a 3-legged dog. Again, a big inhale, a gentle tug up on the left leg. And as you exhale now, we're going to open that 3-legged dog into a scorpion dog. Hold your chest parallel to the mat. Point your inner left knee up towards the mat. And if you'd like, you can gaze under the right arm to see the toes of the left foot. Again, inhale, lift that inner left knee. Exhale, we'll swing that left foot forward. Outside the left arm, we'll squeeze the left knee gently into the left shoulder. So a wide low lunge here. As you inhale, we'll push up onto the tips of the fingers. We'll keep the right knee straight, but we'll drop the hips. We'll lift the head, neck is neutral. Exhale, we'll turn that into a wide cow lunge. We'll point the left pointer finger back towards the right big toe. And nice and slow, we'll let that left finger slide along the mat. We'll extend the left arm up towards the ceiling for an easy twist. The gaze will go up to the left thumb. Push the left sits bone back and the left knee forward. Spine is neutral and head towards the front. Nice and slow now. We'll push the weight up onto the left foot and the right hand, and we'll cross the right leg well behind the left. The outside edge of the right foot off the mat. Extend that left arm up towards the ceiling again. We'll lift the hips, and so we'll come up into a revolved side plank. As you exhale, the left hand comes back down inside the left foot, and we'll uncross that right foot. The feet turning towards the outside edges of the mat, heels turning together. We'll sink the hips, lift the crown of the head, push the elbows into the knees, and we'll come up into Malasana. Nice and slow now. We'll bring the hands down to the mat and we'll anchor the knees on the backs of the triceps. If you have a crow in your practice, you can come up into your crow. If you don't, maybe you'd like to leave the feet on the mat. And we'll have 3 breaths in a crow. We'll take an inhale here. It's up to you. You can either walk, or as you exhale, you can hop back, drop halfway down into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And again, we're going to lift that left leg, so it's three-legged dog on the same side, knee straight this time. Then as you exhale, we'll pull the left foot forward between the hands. We'll have low lunge, palms and fingers flat on the mat. And as you exhale, we'll go very, very slowly up into crescent lunge. You can lift the left heel if you'd like. That's going to make the balance a little bit tougher. We'll take an inhale here. As you exhale, we'll drop that left heel. We'll let the right foot slide on the mat. We'll use the right hand on the right heel. Left hand stays in front of the chest. We'll pull up on that right heel. And as you exhale, you can extend your right leg any amount. You can keep the knee quite bent, the knee quite in close to the ribs, or you can extend that leg completely. For Udita Hasta Padangusthasana. As you exhale now, if you can do it without releasing the hand from the right foot, we'll keep that right knee bent. We'll cross the right foot now behind the back. Right hand on the top of the right foot. Again, left hand to the center of the chest. And then we'll take another balancing posture here. In Dancing Lord Shiva's pose or Natarajasana. A little bit of a back bend here in Natarajasana. We can feel especially the right shoulder blade pushing into the back. And as you exhale, nice and slow, we'll release and we'll send that right foot back. We'll anchor both palms. And again, we're going to lift that left leg. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, forward into a plank. Inhale, we'll drop the hips. We'll come onto the tops of the feet. So inhale, upward dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, we'll push all the way back to downward dog. You can set the balls, the feet on the mat. And then we'll have 3 breaths here in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Awareness completely focused on the breath. Let the sound and the feeling of the breath drown out everything else. Again, on your inhale, we'll lift the heels. We'll roll head, chest, and shoulders forward into a plank. And then as you exhale, we'll roll right back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right heel, 3-legged dog first. And then we'll bend that right knee. Turn the inner right knee up as you point the right toes down. So scorpion dog first, chest stays parallel. Again, lift the right knee. And as you exhale, very slow, bring the right foot forward. Outside the right hand, squeeze the right knee into the shoulder. So a wide, low lunge. And we'll take a wide cat and cow lunge. Inhale, push into the tips of the fingers. Left knee stays straight. We'll sink the hips, push the shoulder blades into the back, lift the head. Exhale, round the spine, pull the head down. There's your cat lunge. Point that right pointer finger back to the left big toe. And as you inhale, let that finger slide along the mat. Extend the right arm up first. Gaze to the right thumb. And as you exhale, we'll weight the right foot, and the left hand will cross that left leg well behind, and we'll come into our revolved side plank on the other side. Lift the hips. Exhale, we'll swing right hand down inside the right foot. We'll uncross that left leg, and we'll turn the toes away from each other. The heels come together as we sink the hips now. Malasana, elbows into the knees, palms at the heart, hips low, head high. Always a little bit better the second time, Malasana. The same is true of crow. Vakadhyānasana. We'll hook the knees on the triceps. You can leave the feet on the mat if you're not too sure of your crow. Or if you'd like, you can bring the feet up off the mat. And you can stay here. Or if you'd like to add an advanced variation, you have to go slowly here. Bring the head down to the mat. Roll up nice and slow onto the head for a headstand, sometimes called tripod, sometimes called the king pose. If you can bend the knees and you can come right back down into your crow. Again, we'll take an inhale here. It's up to you if you like to hop or walk back halfway down. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Again, we're going to center the 2 feet, and again, we'll stay on that same side. It's the right leg high. Knee stays straight this time. As you exhale, we bring the right foot forward between the hands. Low lunge, both palms on the mat. And as you exhale, very slow, let the fingers slide. And we'll push up into our crescent lunge on the other side. Back leg straight, front shin vertical. If you want to make it a little bit harder, close your eyes, lift your heel. As you exhale, we'll drop that heel. We'll push the head, chest, and shoulders forward. We'll come up on the right foot now. We'll use left hand anywhere you'd like. It can be on the foot, the toes, outside edge of the foot, ankle, shin, knee, thigh, wherever you'd like. Fix your gaze on something that is not moving. And as you exhale, extend your left leg any amount. Counterbalance with your right arm. So the further you extend your left leg, the further you'll extend your right arm also. Udita Hasta Padangusthasana. As we exhale, we'll bend the knee to come out. If you can do it without releasing the foot, we'll just bend that knee, swing the foot behind. Again, we'll bring the hand to the center of the chest. And we'll get ready for Natarajasana, or Dancing Lord Shiva's pose. Again, a little back bend here. You can feel the left shoulder blade pushing into the back. And then as we exhale, we'll push right back down to a low lunge. Inhale and low lunge. Exhale, let the right leg slide up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we'll push into a plank. A big inhale in plank. And we'll go right into an upward dog. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale here. Exhale, slow, all the way back to downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels. As you exhale, we'll bend the knees. We'll bring the knees down to the mat. I'll let the hands slide as we push the hips back to the heels. Release your neck. Let your head hang. Let your head come down to the mat. And we'll take a few breaths in a child's pose. On the inhale now, we'll roll right up onto all four. We'll push right into a cow. Push the heart down, lift the head. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, we'll swing into a cat. Again, we'll hold the breath. Inhale. We'll lift the feet off the mat. And we'll push the hips back. Release the hips down to the mat. You scoot forward so you're centered on the mat if you'd like. bring the knees together, the feet up off the mat, and we'll cross the right leg under the right knee pointed forward, and we'll cross the left foot to the outside of the right knee, and then we'll bring the attention to this left sits bone, which we'll push down and back, and we'll take any variation of Ardha Matsyendrasana or seated spinal twist. You can have the hand under the left knee, you can have the elbow pushing on the left knee, or if you'd like, you can take a bind behind the back. And as we exhale, we're going to release nice and slow. We'll uncross the left leg. The left leg will swing off the mat, and we'll take a revolved head to knee pose, Parivrtta Janushirashasana. We'll send the left hand towards the left foot, and we'll extend the right arm up. And then we'll lean everything towards that left foot. Inhale, nice and slow. We'll lift. We'll turn back towards the front. We'll extend both legs out forward on the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Extend the arms up towards the ceiling as well. And as you exhale, we'll come down into Paschimottanasana or seated forward fold. You can fold any amount. And as you exhale, we'll roll back up to a seat. I'll bend the knees. I'll pull the feet up off the mat again. And this time we'll cross the left leg under the left knee, pointed forward. The right foot crossing to the front of that left knee. And again, any variation of a seated spinal twist that works for you. And again, first we'll undo the arms, and then we'll simply uncross the legs. Maybe that right leg actually swings a little bit more back. We'll use the right hand under the right heel. We'll extend the left arm up, and then we'll lean everything towards that right foot. And then as we inhale, we'll come up, and then we'll turn right back towards the front of the mat. One more time, we'll bring the knees together, the feet come up off the mat. We'll extend the legs towards the front. You can take a boat or a half boat. You can even take a bound boat if you'd like. And we'll go very slow. We'll roll the lower back down to the mat first. And then bring the heels down to where they almost touch. Bring the shoulder blades together. Let yourself shake. And as you exhale, we'll just release down flat on the mat. Bend your knees and send the outside edges of your feet out to the edges of the mat on both sides. Then we'll let the knees swing back and forth from side to side. And then we'll turn the left knee towards the right edge of the mat. And then we'll hook the right foot on top of that left knee, release the right knee down to the right side, and we'll actually turn the gaze to the left. We'll take a few breaths here, opening the left hip. Like to lead a little medial rotation in that left leg. And then we'll leave the right heel on the left knee, turn the left knee up to where it's pointing towards the ceiling, and now cross the left foot to the right side of the mat, and we'll come into a half lotus. So both shins more or less parallel to the front of the mat, the right knee floating over top of the left heel, and the right heel placed on the left knee. This is a passive hip opener, so the more you release here, The weight of the legs push down and open the hips. And then nice and slow, we'll uncross the legs. We'll bend the knees and we'll roll up onto the seat. Again, you can extend the legs halfway. You can take a bind. Or you can just have a regular boat. And we'll go slow here. Small of the back first on the mat. Squeeze the core, squeeze the pecs, close your eyes. 3 breaths. Let yourself shake. Stay aware of the breath. And then we release. Just a little mini Shavasana first. And again, we bend the knees. Outside edges of both feet on the outside edges of the mat on both sides. And we'll start just by swaying back and forth from one side to the other. And then we'll turn the right knee over towards the left foot. We'll hook that left heel on the right knee and we'll extend the right arm and we'll gaze right. Leave the left heel on the right knee, and we'll cross the right foot over towards the left side of the mat, and we'll take that half lotus the other way so that both shins now parallel to the front of the mat, the left knee floating over top of the right heel, the left heel sitting on the right knee. The more you release, the more intense that hip opener gets. And then finally, we'll uncross the legs. We'll extend the legs out flat on the mat. If you need to move or wiggle here, now's the time to do it. Get yourself adjusted so you're completely neutral, completely relaxed on the mat. As you relax your hips and your legs, your feet will turn away from each other. Make sure that your shoulder blades are under the shoulders. Make sure your neck is neutral, which will probably mean lifting the chin a little bit more than you might expect. Then roll the head just a little bit from side to side. Let your body start to feel heavier. With each breath, the weight of your body pushing down into the mat until the point where the idea of moving becomes completely unbelievable. The weight of the body completely oppressive, holding you to the mat for 3 minutes of stillness, 3 minutes of silence. Whatever else you have to do in your life, I promise it can wait for 3 minutes. Just give yourself these 3 minutes, and you can get back to everything else after. and slow now without moving your body at all. Just become aware. Become aware of the feeling of your body. Become aware of your breath. And then slowly start to move. Hands and feet, fingers and toes. Finally, we'll bend the knees. We'll extend the arms back beyond the head. As you exhale, now we'll roll off on the left side. We'll take 2 breaths on the left side. Whatever you're feeling right now, remember that it comes from inside of you, and that you're capable of feeling like this anytime you'd like. This space always exists. All you have to do is look for it, and you'll find it. Nice and slow. Now we'll roll back up to a seat, any seat that you would like. As you inhale, extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll pull the hands down to the center of the chest. We'll take an inhale at the heart, pure love. Exhale the hands now to the center of the throat. We'll take an inhale at the throat, pure communication. Exhale the hands up to the forehead. Inhale at the forehead, pure awareness. As we exhale, we'll turn the palms up to face the ceiling. Thumbs and pointer fingers touching the hands just above the head like a halo. Inhale here, pure consciousness. Exhale, fold forward. Namaste. Thank you very much. And I'll see you all again very soon.